my name's Aaron LaPedis. This is the Collectibles Show, and every week we have a brand new collectible with an expert to talk to you a little bit about it. So for every week you learn a little bit more on a certain different collectible. This week we have Tom Shane, the founder of the Shane Company Direct Diamond Importers. When I'm starting to look at a diamond, I want to learn a little bit about what should I be. I know there's two sides. There's the color and then there's clarity.
Correct.
Could you tell me about each one of them,
Sure.
and so what I need to know what is more important than the other if there is something like that?
No, it has to be a balance. One is not more important. You also get into some personal judgment and taste, but in principle, a color is a negative property. In other words, you don't want the diamond to have color. The best color is colorless, which means no color at all. In the old days, they used the term blue-white. Well, that came from the ocean. What color is the ocean? Everybody says blue, but what color, if you take the water from the ocean, it's clear. So you want the diamond to have a lack of color or be clear like water. The more color, which means it tends to go into either the yellow family or the light brown family, the more common those stones are with color, and therefore the less rare, therefore the less value.
And what chart is that? What is that?
Well, the Gemological Institute of America is universally accepted for their grading standards, and they use an alphabetical chart starting with the letter D. They don't use A, B, and C because it's too easy for somebody to say, I have an A or a B, and it sounds, like a school grade. And so other than that, for that, starting at the letter D, it's straight alphabetical. D, E, F are colorless, and G, H are still near colorless. And when you get into I and J, those are still very white stones. When you get into K, L, M, they're picking up some color that you're going to see with the naked eye. Anything below that is going to be very obvious. And that's as far as the color is concerned. The clarity of the diamond refers to the inclusions that are within the stone, internal. And again, GIA has a grading system. Basically, flawless or internally flawless means that a trained jeweler with a 10-power magnification can find nothing at all inside the stone after a thorough examination. And then the location, the number of inclusions or flaws, and the location of them and the types of them represent a grading system where, again, the more clear it is, the better off you are in terms of the more rare it is, the more expensive it is.
For the people that have an unlimited budget, what would you say is the most expensive diamond? Because I heard clear white diamonds aren't the most expensive kind. They're ones with, is it true, with color of some kind?
You can get some fancy colored, some naturally colored diamonds in pinks and reds and blues and all different colors. I own one personally that actually changes color when you open it and expose it to the light. It goes from a brown to a real beautiful green.
Is it one of those mood rings there, Tom?
No. But I mean, it's worth several $100,000, and the fancy ones are. So if somebody really wants to collect something like that, the naturally colored ones are there for that purpose. Otherwise, you'd say a D flawless, D color, and internally flawless is considered the best of the normal or the white stones.
Is it possible that I bring a diamond to you, and then you give me a rating, and then me take a diamond to somebody else, and they give me a different rating?
Gradings are subjective, and yes, it's very possible. We send our diamonds, we send 20 or 30 stones every month blindly to 4 different labs, one at a time, and they never know it. So the same diamond is appraised at 4 different labs. And then we've also randomly pulled them from our own stock, where we have had our 2 different gemologists that appraise every stone, look at them. And there is always a difference in color or clarity between the labs. We grade very stringently ourselves, and there will be some differences. It shouldn't be terribly significant. And if sometimes it's a little higher, maybe A grade higher, then the next time it may be A grade lower. It shouldn't consistently be above or consistently below. Then somebody's not doing an honest job.
When I buy a diamond, are there chances that it will go up, or is that something that I should worry about?
You're not buying it as an investment. I don't advise people to buy diamonds for investments. For investments, they should talk to a stockbroker. I mean, let's be real honest. Historically, diamonds have done better than inflation. They've proven over time to be a good place to put money. But you have to look at it as something that you can wear and get pleasure out of every day in your life. There's nothing else that a person can wear and use daily. And at the end of the day, where an automobile is valueless and a fur coat's worn out, a diamond still has value.
Okay. Tom, I'd like to thank you for being on the show. Tom Shane from the Shane Company. Thank you very much for tuning in. And remember, one person's trash is another person's collectible. Have fun, keep collecting, and have a great night.